Oh my God. Good morning and welcome to Vic and Vern Sports Chat. I'm Vic and welcome to the Daily Sports Update Show. Oh man. Still got that cough. Yeah, it's winter. It's cold outside. It should be snowing a little bit later today. So, the big freeze. But hey, listen here. The chat has warmed my heart this morning. I've just went through a little bit. Obviously there's a howling moon out. There's something. I don't know what's going on with you people. You're all a little bit befocked this morning. Noah, the Ted in FC Stad. Oh my Lord. FC Basel, FC Zurich. The Italians are complaining. The All Blacks think they're winning the Rugby World Cup. But let's put it straight. You're all befocked. Because the Springboks are winning the Rugby World Cup. The Football World Cup will be won by Argentina once again, I think. I hope, because it just makes it more quiet here in Europe. And otherwise, who gives a shit? Good morning, how are you, Vic? Yeah, I'm doing well, my friend. I'm doing well. Man, you got to read through this chat. There are some crazies out there this morning. But let's get all into it, one after the other. We're obviously going to talk about football. A lot of teams have qualified. There's only, I think, 6 teams missing for the qualification. Then a little bit of the NFL that's coming up, NBA obviously, NHL, sumo, cricket. We'll get into all of it this morning. So let's have a look. Don't forget, email on top if you want to get hold of us. And hey, listen here, we've hit 113,241 subscribers. Nicely on our way to 115,000. That button that came yesterday, we'll be introducing it on Saturday during our rugby, or maybe on Thursday if we do the DEFCON together. I do not know. But thanks a lot for that, and keep it up, guys. Keep on liking it. Do you think the Springboks will win Saturday? Yes, of course I think I never bet against the Springboks. I know eventually we're going to lose again, but I don't bet against the Springboks. So yeah. But let's start off with the football, because it was big football qualifiers last night. A lot of teams booked their ticket. So we'll start with the football. Austria and Bosnia and Herzegovina, they drew 1-1. That was in the Ernst Happel Stadium. Springboks to lose to Ireland. Oh, well, Janre, of course you would say that. Then Belarus against Greece, 0-0. Belgium thrashed Liechtenstein 7-0. Bulgaria beat Georgia 2-1. And Kosovo and Switzerland drew 1-1. And yes, my Swiss, we are going to the World Cup. Well, they're not my Swiss in football. I don't really support Switzerland in football, but they are going to the World Cup. Well done to the boys. Then we move on to the second part. Romania thrashed San Marino 7-1. What a game. I actually watched that game on TV. I actually watched Scottish football. Yes, I did. I watched Scotland play Denmark. Scooby-Doo. Scott McTominay with a beautiful bicycle kick there for the 1-0. Some beautiful goals there. Scotland go directly through. Denmark have to go through what you call the repechage or whatever. Spain, Turkey, another good game there, 2-2. Sweden in a whole, Graham Potter's first game as a coach there, 1-1, but Sweden, even though they had a terrible qualifying campaign, they somehow in these repechage games, because of the Nations League, I don't know how this works, basically everybody gets a chance. This is like under 8 football. You get a medal if you come 14th or 20th, everybody gets a medal these days. Wales thrashing North Macedonia 7-1. Then we move on, yes, and all the way out there to South America, and Costa Rica and Honduras drew 0-0. Guatemala beat Suriname 3-1. Haiti beat Nicaragua 2-0. Jamaica and Curacao drew 0-0. Curacao made it, right? Panama beat El Salvador 3-0, and I call that the Battle of Noriega. Trinidad and Tobago beat Bermuda 2-1. Then we have something else. There you go. Then they're in the Asian group. Iraq beat, or the Iraq, whatever you want to call it, beat the United Arab Emirates 2-1. So they still have a chance through the back door. But let's have a look at the teams that boxed to lose to Ireland. Yeah, who gives a shit? There you go. USA, Uruguay. That was a friendly. Don't do friendlies. Then the qualified teams. There we go. So let's have a look. From Europe at the moment, England, France, Croatia, Norway, Portugal, Germany, the Netherlands, Switzerland, Scotland, España, Austria and Belgium, they are all qualified. Still 4 teams to come out of Europe. There's a lot of teams in that playoff, repechage, whatever you want to call it. Italy, Denmark, Sweden are in there. So yeah, it's good, man. It's good. North America, Central America, and the Caribbean, 3 teams are through. Panama, Curacao, and Haiti. I think Curacao is the smallest country in there at the moment. Then from Africa, we have Algeria, Cape Verde, Egypt, Ghana, Ivory Coast, Morocco, Senegal, South Africa, and Tunisia. Who's missing, my friends? I just want to see one more time. 2 big teams are missing. 2 big teams that always seem to be at the World Cup. Nigeria, not there. And Cameroon, not there. I mean, big surprises. Then from the Asia group, Australia, Iran, Japan, Jordan, Uzbekistan, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and South Korea. They've made it through. Then from South America, we have Argentina, Brazil, Colombia, Ecuador, Paraguay, and Uruguay. From Oceania, the Kiwis made it, New Zealand. And now there's 6 teams still to come. 2 will come out of Europe. 4 will come out of Europe. And 2 will come out of this Interconfederation playoff winners. I think there's a South American team in there. That game that I had out there before, let me put it up there quickly again. Because Iraq won that one. They are also in there. I can't remember who else. Where Ireland? They qualified. No, Ireland's not qualified. You see, you don't know your information. Ireland is not qualified. Ireland are going through the repechage. That's where they're going through. They're going to be the playoffs. That should come out this week. Who's playing who in those playoffs? There's 8 teams in the playoffs, I think, if I've got it correctly. So we'll see who comes through there. But Ireland is not qualified yet. They have to go through a same as Italy, same as Sweden. They got to all go through the qualifier. Same as Kosovo. They're also in there. So yeah. Then don't forget, hey, Vern made a great video yesterday. Our Premier League predictions for the weekend. Check that out. Very interesting. Then I would just want to tell you what's coming up in the NFL this week. There you go. Those are all the games. Some interesting games. Starts with Thursday Night Football, which will be the Bills against the Texans. What games would I tell you to go and watch? Obviously, I'd say the Patriots, but yeah, Patriots, Bengals, maybe not the interesting. Steelers, Bears, very good one. Vikings, Packers. Colts, Chiefs could be the game of the weekend. Buccaneers, Rams, another very interesting one. And of course, Eagles against the Cowboys is always a great game. Don't forget, isn't it this week or next week is Thanksgiving? Can't forget that, Thanksgiving coming up. There we go. Then we move into the NBA, and let me just get rid of that bottom one there. There you go. Into the NBA, and I'm going to tell you that there's still 2 games ongoing at the moment. And I can tell you that it's just finished. I will try to put that in there. It's just finished. So let me give me a second here. I can put that result in there. It just finished exactly in this moment. There you go. Should be out there now. Yeah. So we'll start with the Warriors losing to the Magic 121-113. Steph Curry did have 34 points, but not enough for the Warriors. The Celtics starting to pick up pace here. 113-99 against the Nets. Pritchard had 22 points and 10 rebounds for the Celtics. Then the Pistons are on a roll, baby. The bad boys are back. They beat the Hawks 120-112. Cade Cunningham with 25 points, 6 rebounds and 10 assists. And the Spurs without Victor Wembanyama, 111-101 against the Grizzlies. Harrison Barnes there with 23 points. I can tell you the Lakers, like I said, 125-140 against the Jazz. Luka Doncic with 37 points, 10 assists and 4 steals. And your Suns against your Blazers, at the moment it looks very clear that the Suns are going to win this game. It's 112-87 with 8:30 to go in the fourth quarter. Devin Booker with 19 points there for the Suns. So that is your NBA. Let me go have a look what's going on. England woman coach, won coach of the year. Yeah, well, congratulations to him. Congratulations. I don't understand how they can have that women's coach of the year already before all the autumn internationals are finished. But I mean, we know Russie will never win it again. Never. Because of his controversy, and they just don't like him. So that's fine. We win World Cups. We don't need coach of the year. We don't need individual titles. It's not important. It's a team effort, my friend. So that was the NBA. I'm not going to do any tables today because that'll all be in across the pond that comes out. plug it right there. It comes out at 5 o'clock this afternoon. We'll be doing everything North American, all the tables, all the stats, league leaders, everything like that coming out this afternoon. Then we move on to the NHL and have a look at that. There are still 2 games going on in the NHL. I will just make sure those games are not finished yet. Oh, they are. Okay, so I can add those in as well. I'll do that for you guys. So I can tell you that the Golden Knights, I can put that in, and quite easy. There you go. So let's have a look at all the scores. The Blues lost to the Maple Leafs 3-2. The Kraken, Burns Kraken lost to the Red Wings 4-2. Then the Lightning beat the Devils 5-1. Ginsel had 3 goals there. Beautiful game by him for Tampa Bay. The Islanders beat the Stars 3-2. A lot of 3-2s today, huh? The Jets beat the Blue Jackets 5-2. Then the Flames lost to the Blackhawks 5-2. The Rangers lost to my Golden Knights 3-2. And the Sharks beat the Mammoth 3-2. So some good results there for some teams. NHL also picking up. Look, I always think NHL, NBA gets really interesting after Christmas. Then you have a nice picture of the way the league's going. Yeah, well done. I hope Pollock wins, so then everybody can, be pissed. Look, I don't. These individual things, I don't really give a damn. I'll be very honest with you. These individual rankings in rugby and stuff, I don't give a damn. It's the same as in football. The Ballon d'Or, it means nothing to me. It means nothing to me. Don't forget, this week we do have EuroLeague on the channel. It is coming. Those games start Thursday and Friday. We'll inform you more on what we do. On Friday, we won't be able to do any games because Vern's going to his work Christmas party and I'm going to my wife's work's Christmas party. So there's no games on Friday evening. Of course, we do know the rugby fixtures are coming up this weekend. Those are the games. A lot of interesting games. Congratulations to Samoa. That was the last team to qualify for the Rugby World Cup, beating Belgium in a tight one yesterday. Look, Belgium, well done. You had a good run at it, and keep it up. Keep up the good work. Then we move into sumo. We don't have a lot to go anymore, so here we go. And there were some surprises yesterday. Kirashima beat Takayasu. Oneshiki keeps on going. He's 9-1. He beat Tamawashi. Kota Sakura has got to 500. He beat Oho. Onosato lost. Yes, Onosato, the great Yokozuna, that he has lost his first match of the series, and he lost to Yoshina Fuji. Yoshina Fuji doing well as well. Oshoma lost to Horoshu. So it's tight there. It's tight there. We'll see. We will see what happens there. I will read the chat in a second. Look, these are the matches coming up later today, or they've started. Japanese time, Uro and Takayasu will take on each other. Oneshiki will fight Yoshinofuji. That should be a great battle. Kota Sakura will take on Oshoma. Oho will take on Hoshoru. And Onosato will take on Takanoshu. So, interesting. Pollock is a little... Oh, okay. I'll get into that one. Just let me do the cricket and then we'll get into all of the chat. I know you boys want to chat about the rugby and all that. Hey, Pakistan, you are on a roll, my friends. I saw AKD was in there. Pakistan, the new strongest team in world cricket. Yeah, Pakistan doing well. After thrashing the Proteas, now you're doing a job on Zimbabwe. You seem to like Southern Africa. So, well done to the Pakistanis there. So, let me get into the chat this morning. Let me pull it up here so I can read a little bit better. Okay, Pollock is a little bit, he doesn't deserve a breakthrough. He's barely done anything except get attention. Yeah, I would go with Joseph Suwali myself, or I'd even go with Peter Lakai, but okay. It is what it is. Mostert rumored to be back. That's a false rumor. Won't be 8 weeks, it'll be about 3 or 4 weeks, don't worry about that. The England woman coach won congratulations to her that she won a World Cup. Congratulations. I mean, who else were you going to give it to? Rassi, obviously, but she did win a World Cup. I mean, come on. I don't really give a shit about that. We got that. Do you think the Springboks will win on Saturday? Yes, I do. I actually think they'll win quite comfortably. Noah is out there with his FC Zurich again. The Germans, I think the Germans are going to win the World Cup. The Italians are not happy, I can see in the chat. Look, I don't know when this qualifying tournament starts. It's probably in the next 1 or 2 weeks, because or is it afterwards? Because, I mean, the World Cup draw is on the 5th of December in Washington. In the, what is that? I don't know where it is. One of the big halls there in Washington is the World Cup draw for the football. 2 days early on the 3rd, it's the World Cup draw for the rugby. We will have both draws live on this channel, so stay tuned. That's going to be very, very interesting. It's always nice to know, and then everybody can start making their brackets and their lists and see who's going where. That's always, I find, the coolest part, actually, before the tournament actually starts, because when the bracket comes out, everybody can still win the tournament. I don't care if you're Curaçao or if you're Argentina. There's no games played, so everything's possible. I mean, let's go. And then everybody can speculate the way to the top. I like that a lot. Love it with the rugby, love it with the football, so we'll see. Why isn't Sasha a nominee for Player of the Year? Ox needs to win it. I do not know. I'm not part of the committee. Listen here, if I was running World Rugby, things would be a lot different, guys. You guys need to nominate me for the president of World Rugby. Things would change. Franco Mostert would not get 3 or 4 match ban. You'd actually get a gold medal. No, let's be honest. I do not know. I don't know how these things work. I never understood it with football. I mean, Messi got it, and he was playing in the US in a crappy league. Nothing against the thing, but it's not the Champions League. It's not playing in the Spanish league or in the English Premier League. I don't know how these things work. It's a lot of politics behind it. I do hope that Ox wins it. Would be nice. I think Peter Steff might pick it up, or Malcolm Marx. But look, we'll see. We will see. It doesn't really matter. The only thing that's important is 2027, that the Springboks three-peat. Fun fact, Sasha has the most Man of the Match awards by any Tier 1 nation this year. Yet no nominee. Yeah, you go. There you go, my friend. There you go. Why, everybody write a letter to the Rugby Federation. Don't complain with me. I'm not making the list. If I had to make if I had to bring out a list for I wouldn't go to 4 players. The 3 best players for me in the world this year, I would have had, I don't know why the Frenchman's there. I would have had him as breakthrough player of the year. A Bellarabi there, or the Bieri. I would have gone Ardie Savea. I would have gone Ox. And I would have gone Malcolm Marx. I would have had those 3 as my choices. They've got 4. If I had to add a 4th person, who would I add in there? Tad Byrne, the Irishman, playing sensational rugby this year for me. You could have put him in there. Breakthrough player, I would have had Sasha in there as a breakthrough player. I mean, you could have put, listen here, it's not young player, it's breakthrough player. I mean, didn't Ethan Hooker break through this year as well? You could put Pollock in there, you could put Pendergast in there, you could put Lakai in there. A lot of good breakthrough players. No, I don't think the French guy's leading the votes. I don't know how it works. I do not know. But listen here, I got to go. It is 18 minutes past. We'll talk about that all on Thursday. Thursday in the DEFCON Rugby Show. Vern will be hosting that show. I don't know who's our guest on Thursday, or if we're going to have one, or if one of you guys would like to join the show on Thursday. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. But hey, that's the DEFCON Rugby Show on Thursday. Join me at 5 o'clock this afternoon for the Across the Pond, everything North American. Otherwise, have a wonderful day. Evening, afternoon, depending on where you are. Stay safe. See you guys soon and enjoy. Thanks a lot.